We're going to switch it up because we've just talked about sales, but it's important to see how CRM 2011 can help a customer service portion of the organization. So once again, we're going to take a look at understanding how the service organizations have been affected by the market conditions. So today, when we think about where we are, many customer service organizations have an increasing challenge environment. You've got call center and customer service organizations that have fewer resources. Agents are being forced to instantly jump on one task to the next. You've got mounting demands for operational efficiency, and you have increasing customer expectations. At the same time, though, in this competitive market, stellar customer service can provide the edge that organizations really need to thrive and continue to the bottom line. So today, more than ever, it is really time to invest in customer service strategies. As with any challenge, you get opportunity, and that's where CRM 2011 is uniquely positioned because it provides measurable business benefits for customer sales or customer service, in this case, organizations. Really, when it comes down to working with a service organization, it's finding out ways to be able to streamline the issue resolution, get those costs down and contain them without sacrificing service, boost your operational efficiencies, and it's got to arm you with every action of intelligence. So we're going to take a closer look at some of the features and capabilities that CRM has that's going to enable these benefits. So we're going to do a refresher of some existing capabilities, and these capabilities are going to give us the ability to really start to see that data does become right at your fingertips. You get some faster problem resolution, you get simplified work management, and you also get end-to-end KPI tracking with this too. So specifically, what the CRM 2011 is going to allow you to do is have that data right there. It's going to give you the ability to try and make sure that you can get those instantaneous results to people when they're asking for them. You're going to have a simplified work management. It's not going to have to route through as many steps and screens. And, of course, that all results in your key performance indicator tracking too, so that you get those results out, can post, and it's all in instant time. So in the call center, even more so than other departments, it is really critical that agents have timely access to the right data. And as we talk about the current market conditions, call center agents are really saddled with a multitask environment, and they have to jump from one call to the next and from one system to the next usually. Many agents are just measured by their speed to handle the inquiries and the speed to resolution. So bottom line is that when you need the right data at their fingertips, that's what CRM 2011 can offer you. And it's got useful features like recently used list and record pinning if needed. So as an example, a call center agent may remember the name of a customer, but he just can't remember if it was an account record, a case record, a contact record. And with the most recently used list, the agent can instantly see what the record was and open it with a click. And you're seeing samples of that information right from this screen. Or, the agent may have a knowledge base article that they use for a common issue, so they can always pin that article to the record pinning capabilities, and then just open it with a click of a button, which gives us quicker ways to access the information and also quicker ways to get that resolution. But having information at your fingertips is really only half the battle, because customers always want their issue or question resolved. So after all that, resolving the customer issues and problems really is the essence of any call system. So CRM 2011 can help service organizations achieve faster problem resolution by providing intuitive and time-saving features. This, what we're calling a flat UI, is really trying to help streamline that case logging, tracking, and resolution. So in other words, in the older versions of CRM, and even in other systems out there, you used to have to flip between a lot of different screens to get the information. Now you're going to find that all of this is available just by scrolling down and seeing the tabs of information. So it makes it a lot easier. And it also allows you to expand and contract the information. So for example, if you see the down arrow for general, that's expanded. So instead of seeing a lot of tabs, you're seeing how you can just scroll down one screen and get all of that information to save a little bit of time. And you'll see along the left that there are ways to be able to expand or contract and get to other sections, like being able to look for documents, activities, different workflows, all from that screen too. So what we're calling is this flat UI, or user interface, does help us minimize clicks and windows and will allow a call center agent to more rapidly and efficiently track and solve the cases. Now, you might not understand the concept of this right now, but if we're talking about not having to do so many clicks on a single screen, each click can take about a second. If you have 5 different tabs that have to be walked through, that's at least 5 extra seconds per call, plus looking at additional information and reading and scrolling through. So if you're talking about saving at a minimum 5 seconds per call over 100 cases that you might deal with for an individual per day, you're starting to see how those seconds can add up to minutes and then to hours, and at the end of the year start to allow for more cases to be created and resolved, and for higher efficiency of your call center. Another key area that you're going to find for service organizations is field service. So in previous editions of CRM, the users were really limited to a set list of values, and that just meant that if an organization wanted to track other activities like on-site repair, it just wasn't allowed to do that. So now, with this evolvement of this version of CRM 2011, there are no limitations with this, and you can do any custom activity. You can track all related aspects of that custom activity, and then of course new tasks and resources and groups and executing workflows can all be a part of that, so that you don't have to do any customization and custom coding, because usually when we hear customization and custom coding, we think of $signs to get that done. So all of that is built in now to these screens, so it makes it very easy and maneuverable to customize things when you have to do something specific for you. And in today's challenging business climate, you've got service organizations that are judged on key performance metrics, and of course more specifically based on their ability that they will meet these goals. So there's some new comprehensive goal management feature capabilities from within CR11, and call centers can easily define and set up, track, and report on those key goals. So for example, they can track the first call resolution rates, average call time, average resolution time, and even other key metrics. One really nice thing that I particularly like about this goal management feature is that once the goal is set up, it can automatically track the attainment of that goal. So literally with just one click, users can visualize the performance of that goal in a pre-built report. Now, since this feature streamlines that whole goal management process, call centers get to keep up with their pulse on key metrics. They can also take proactive measures when needed, and then ultimately optimize their operations. So service organizations get to spend less time setting and managing those goals, and more time on those activities that help them meet and exceed those goals. Another key feature that enables better performance and management is the operational efficiency of auditing. So many call centers and customer service organizations have service level agreements that they have to conform to, and if they don't meet those obligations, they're in trouble. So some of those sales level agreements or service level agreements are going to be focused on response time. For example, you've got to respond to the received email within 2 hours, and then others may be focused on resolution. So inevitably, discrepancies arise between the customer and the service organization. So for example, the customer may claim they didn't receive a response within the specified time, or they didn't get their issue resolved within that time frame. So there's a new system-wide auditing feature that's available in this program that allows service organizations to see any change to any record or any field. So if they want to check the audit trail of a specific case and see when it was received or when the status was changed, maybe when it was escalated or when it was resolved, now that capability is available. And when necessary, they could use that information to prove they met the obligations, and that audit trail also helps them identify any additional items as well. So really, when we talk about trying to be more operationally efficient, what we're talking about is trying to have a use for these call centers that want to track the average call time, the first resolution rate, some other key metrics, and you set all of those up ahead of time. So that's what makes it so easy and efficient to be able to work with in this case. So as we take a look at the closeout and summary of all of these great, what we're really talking about is learning that CRM is packed with new features, and it's also packed with enhancements. So we did highlight, I know, some of the new features, but we really only did scratch the surface in regards to capabilities of 2011. More important, though, is that the number of new features is the value that they provide, and hopefully that you've seen throughout this deck there are some new ways for you to actually be productive. And really, that productivity is going to just amplify so that you can survive and thrive in very competitive environments. And as a conclusion to all of this, what we are offering for you is the ability to see this more in action. So you can always visit our site at centerpointsolution.com. That's going to give you some additional reference information. What it's also going to do is give you the opportunity to help you with a no obligation assessment. That's also going to include a demonstration of CRM 2011 and give you a better understanding of how this can meet your needs. So thanks so much for being with us today. I appreciate it, and we look forward to learning more and working with you.